So I totally thought that we would not be able to top the spanking video from last week.
You thought so?
Or last month. I thought that was a really good conversation.
I'm not sure that I thought we were on yet, because I was like looking at the camera going,
That's okay.
Okay.
Anyway,
yeah.
I was kind of thinking, what are we going to talk about that's as exciting as spanking? And Kate is having her baby today.
Kate is having a
Finally.
baby, and you can't say. I mean, I'm so excited.
Well, I'm
just
really
so excited. I mean, I could hardly sleep last night.
We didn't know she was in labor when we went to bed.
No, I did. I had a feeling.
No,
you know, guys just know these things.
Are you done?
I mean, it just something that happened, I guess.
So I have been very excited about Kate having her baby.
I know you are. You talk about it every day like it's your sister's baby. Like
my sister's also having a baby.
I know,
this week,
but like Kate's
fun.
Not your sister.
I know. I just love the Royals. Anyway, we thought that it might be fun, since we're a little further along in the parenting journey, to share a few things that we've learned and ask you all to share what you've learned.
You know what? That's a great idea, because I really think that the Royals are going to watch this video with our wallpapered background and get our advice.
Our wallpaper.
And get our advice on babies. I'm just kidding. Okay,
true.
I'm just being facetious. But
yes, it's kind of fun to talk about.
It is. No, I think it's just fun to talk about the royal baby. I mean, the fact that I'm hoping she's a girl, so she gets to.
You mean the baby?
The baby's a girl. Yeah, I hope that it's a little girl, so she gets to be the queen, and it's kind of cool.
It is cool. So, what are a couple things that come to mind when you think? What are things to tell new parents? Good advice. Should I start?
Yeah, I think you should start. Go.
I think one thing that's important is to document your child's story. I think that obviously I'm a big memory keeper, and I think that that's really important, because they obviously can't document. They're not going to remember anything, and so anything that you can do to document their story, whether it's hanging a calendar up right by their changing table and just writing little things down, or it's doing a Project Life album, or it's a journal, or it's a blog. I think anything that you can do to document their story, taking lots of pictures.
Hold your baby.
Hold your baby.
Hold your baby like as much as you can. And skin to skin, Kate, means your skin, not your wet nurse's skin or your baby's servant's skin.
She's not going to have a wet nurse.
Or whatever it is.
But I think, yes, holding your baby. And I think reveling in those little moments. They're little for such a short period.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, and I think with your first baby, you don't necessarily realize how fast it's going to go. And I know with Adeline, our second baby, I was so darn tired that I feel like I don't know if I reveled in it as much as looking back, I wish I had. So I think really reveling.
And don't over plan. Like, don't overschedule yourself, because I think that you don't realize how different life's going to be, especially for those first few weeks. And I just know there were a couple times in those situations where we like over planned, and we're like, oh gosh, I wish we didn't have to do anything right now. And so like those first few weeks especially, just let life come at you and don't tackle it too harshly.
And trusting your gut, I think, is really important, just in parenting in general, that you really do know your child best, even if you're in daycare or you've got nannies or whatever, like, you know your baby best. And so I think trusting your gut is really important, and making time for one another.
But also relying on the people around you. Like, because I know that there are a lot of people who have questions or think that they're the only one maybe going through this, or might be thinking that, oh my gosh, we have a feeding issue or a sleeping issue. Like, there is so much advice and wisdom found in your friends and your family and people who are already like in that, doing life with babies and children. And so like they can kind of shed some light. Now, I mean, advice you'll get advice all day long, but it's the times when you are seeking advice that you'll really listen.
Mm-hmm. And I started to say, I think making time for one another is important too. Obviously, in those first few weeks, that's going to not happen. Sure. But I think
first 6 months. I think
as your baby gets older, and you kind of are in a routine, making time for date nights and just spending quality time together, even if it's just on the couch watching a show or whatever, is important. And if she breastfeeds, I mean, I could do a whole video on breastfeeding, but I think what's most important in the beginning is that it's hard, right?
Yeah.
Breastfeeding is hard.
It's not going to
and
be hard for them. They're going to have like people around them.
It's still hard.
They're
What
going to
do
have
you
nurses
mean?
and doctors that live with them.
It's still
Oh
gonna
my gosh, it's going to be like an orgy of help.
It's still her baby. It's still, and her baby, and ultimately.
No, I know. Yeah, it definitely is. I'm
Mr.
just being
Mr. Comedy routine here.
facetious.
I mean, I'm being serious here. But I think going to lactation if you need help, and seeking help in those first few weeks if she needs it, and if a new mom needs it, that's important. So.
But just most of all, enjoy the little boy or girl, and hug them and kiss them and love them, and because they pick up at this age way more than you could ever imagine, and they
pick up on cues and how you're feeling, and yeah, it's amazing to watch. So we're excited.
Enjoy it.
Will and Kate, happy baby day. Woo-hoo. Or maybe tomorrow. Who knows?
Call us.
What's your baby advice for Will and Kate? We want to know. See you soon. Bye.